Good evening. Welcome to Crafty Hour. It's that time of the week again. Give this a second here to make sure it's going properly. So, yeah. Hi. Still out in the dining room. I am in the middle of a huge de-stash. So, it's kind of taken up a lot of space until I get that done. So, anyways, welcome. Glad you're here. Thanks for watching. If you don't catch live and you're catching a replay, please say hi even then and let me know you're watching via replay. I really appreciate it. And whether you're on YouTube or Facebook. So thank you so much. Nice to, I really appreciate you watching. So anyways, good evening. And this evening we are going to do, let's go here. There we go. Okay. So this evening in Crafty Hour, we are going to be playing with the Perennial Lavender Suite. This is an absolutely gorgeous suite. And my paperback, I've already used a good majority of it, and I'll show you why. This isn't what we're doing this evening, but I'll show you what I'm working on with the paper, just so you can kind of get an idea of the paper. So I am making this book here. Put that to side. Oh, and so, yes, it's in the mini catalog, the new one. And it just starts on page 22, 23, 24, and 25, because this is a big double set with double dies, double stamp sets. It's got this gorgeous paper here. These beautiful, beautiful gems. And then also these die cut butterflies that are already die cut for you. So, all right, I'm going to set this off to the side here. This gives you a look at some of the paper. I am in the middle of making this book here, which you see the spine in the back. And I'm making this as a gift, so I'm not really going to say too much of details about it. But the paper is absolutely gorgeous. You can see here, this is going to be for this inside flap here with a pocket. I haven't gotten all these done yet, but these are going to be the center of the book. Oh, yeah, over here. I'm not sure if I'm going that way, which I believe I am, or this way yet. So we shall see, but that's that. And these are really it's going to take a bit of paper and stuff. That's why it's taking up a lot of my pack. So here's that side. And again, not making this. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing with this. And when I'm all done, I will definitely take a little video of this. You can see here the one page. It is, let me grab it here. Oh, it's right here. So this page has down the middle, it's one big sheet here, and you can see I went ahead and fussy cut around there to get that. And then that's the back side. So that's where that part came. So I was able to do that with out of the one sheet and still have some left over. So anyways, I just thought I'd share that. This evening, we are going to be making a slant card. And here is the card that we're going to be making. We are going to be using a little bit different of the DSP just for giggles. I like to change it up and see what a different color will look like. I love how this one turned out. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And these actually blended so well that you think they're the same, but they're not. There's one color of the DSP, one pattern here, one here, And then of course the cardstock here. So, and then stamped background there, and the inside, which that's my little photo thing there. All right, so that's the inside. Hi, Kathy. How are you today? And there's the envelope. So, okay. I'm going to set that to the side there, and we'll go back to that. And I am going to go directly to the overhead here. Here we go. All right. So, hi, Diane. All right. So, again, we're making this beauty here, this slant card. We are making it with a little bit of different colors this evening because why not? It's good to have a little bit of change there from the sample. And what I'm using is scraps, and this is a great way to use up your scraps or your smaller cuts and not have to think too much about it. Okay, so before we get to die cutting, we're going to go ahead and use this one here, and then let's see what color card base we're going to do with this. I think we're going to go Lost Lagoon on this one instead of the Pretty Peacock. We have a lot of gorgeous colors in this designer series paper. I just want to take a look there. So lots of good stuff. Of course, me, I like to put them in color order. So anyways, there we go. Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, Berry Burst, Fresh Freesia. There's more than that in there. There is also Blackberry Bliss, Shaded Spruce, and Starry Sky. Oh, and Orchid Oasis. There's a whole bunch in there. But anyways, you can see you get some of those like Starry Sky and Orchid Oasis from this particular pattern piece here. So, but we're sticking with these. So, wasn't sure what ink we were going to use. So let's go ahead and cut our standard card base first, and it's going to be a tent fold. So we're going to put this down at 4 1/4. And then we're going to score that at 5 1/2. Yeah, that all the way. There we go. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's start doing the slant. It's real easy. So this piece here, we are going to be doing a die cut with this. And this piece here measures, what did I say? That one's the 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And then we're going to need a white piece for this outer edge here in the layer. Hi, Coney. And this white, basic white piece is going to be the 3 3/8 by 4 5/8. Haven't cut that yet. And then we're going to do for the inside, I did the big postage like edge there. So we're going to need a little bit more, a little bit more. Oh, I did cut that. I thought I had. There we go. I think I did these backwards, but that's okay. The reason why I did this bigger is, let me show you here, the dies. You get all these cool cuts and a couple more pieces in this here. We're going to be using the 2 largest ones. This one is for this. And this one is for this. This is going to be the mat for that. So I did have it right here. Okay, set that one off to the side because we know what we're doing there. And let's start with this. This is the slant portion. So what we need to do is, if you're going to stamp a sentiment down here, you need to make sure that you leave enough room for your sentiment, however big that may be. All right, we are using the You're Simply Marvelous. You can see on this one, I didn't leave too much room on the bottom of that one, maybe a little less than an inch there. And I don't put glue over the whole back of this thing because parts are going to hang off and you're going to be using it possibly for something else. So what I do is find the angle that I like. Just going to put my finger there. And I'm just going to put some glue on there. All right. This is how easy this is. There's no measurements, really, except for that piece that we're gluing this to. All right. So just give that a push. The next thing we're going to do, and this is the only thing that you need to line up, is this piece here. You need to line up down here. All right. And again, just putting a little bit of glue. You don't need to soak it or anything. Just a little bit. Hi, sugar. I just eyeball this. You could get out a ruler. You don't need it. And the glue gives you time to move it around. All right. There we go. Give that just a second. And flip that over there. Just use your scissors. Give it a trim. And yes, you could have cut these pieces a little differently to use on here, but I already had them cut from other projects. And they're just easy to grab and use them. And I will use, even these angled cuts, I'll use them on something else. Can I cut? Let's see if we can do this here. Like I'm going down the wrong side, but I'm going to do it. Now's when I need to be left-handed. All right. Not too bad. Can't laugh at yourself, you know. Say there. All right. So there we go. You could just go with this, but we're going to take it up a notch this evening, and we are going to use the Perennial postage die to go ahead and cut that out. So let me put these off to the side here, as well as my little sample cuts there. Let's bring out the big guns. All right. Just going to align that there. You could tape this down, but I'm just, there we go. All right. There we go. So now, not only do you have our card front here, you also have this cool frame that you can use on something else. So, hey, Michelle. Hey, woman. All right. So that's that piece. Let's get this back over here and do the inside of our card here. right. And again, you don't have to keep the outside, but you can if you want to. There's the inside. All right. Set that off to the side there. Oops. I think I might do anything else. Okay, so we have our card base. This is the inside of that. We have our card front. We have our bottom layer. This is a nice tight layer there, like so. All right, so we're getting there. Let me grab, I did do a leaf die cut already. Here we go. There's that pretty die. Now, just to let you know, these particular dies are on back order right now. They should be back, or they will be back. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get them. This suite was a little bit more popular than they thought it would be, which is not a bad thing. Okay. Here are these embellishments that we're going to use. And these beautiful laser cut butterflies that are just so fun. They're already die cut for you. And yes, they're white, but you can easily color them with your blends, with your blending brushes. So, hi, Anne. I know. How are you? Happy New Year. So, anyways, so there we go. All right. Set this off to the floor. And where are my envelopes? I really need to get my de-stash done so I can get back in my craft room where I know where everything is. Thank you. Get a drink of water here. Okay. So let's go ahead and fold our card base here. Give it a good burnish with your bone folder. All right. This is Lost Lagoon, and we're going to do some tone-on-tone stamping with Lost Lagoon here. We are also going to stamp the inside of the card as well as the envelope at the same time, so we can get those all done. And I have my little foam mat here. Okay. Don't be afraid when you're stamping stuff on the corners and stuff to flip them around so that you can get a little bit of a different look. Okay. There we go. So that's the front of the card. Here is our envelope. And what I'm going to do is stamp full strength. And then I'm going to slightly move it, offset it, move it down, and get a lighter version there. So there's the envelope. Stamping off, it's called. So full strength and the stamped off. So it's hard to tell in there with that color. There we go. So wash that off there. Okay. Now we need to stamp our sentiment, or we assemble. And we've got our piece here. And I'm trying to decide if we want to do tone on tone here or if we want to go with the darker, like the Gorgeous Grape, which I think that's what we'll do. Let's see what the Gorgeous Grape looks like on the Berry Burst. Might need to re-ink that. Okay, here. I'm going to stamp this down here real quick, just so I can make sure I've got it going. Here we go. It looks pretty on there. There we go. And believe it or not, that's all the stamping for this card. Now, let's have a little bit of fun, though, just so we can see what the stuff looks like. You guys can see it. When you can either pull these out. I just put that one in my ink pad. It's all right. Just want to show you a little bit here. You can take your blending brush, start a little bit off there, and add some beautiful color to these butterflies here. Let me go ahead and do a couple different colors on here just so you can see. And these also, while you're doing this, it will make a mask, as you can see here, which I've been moving this one around. Thanks, Coney. But you can see what it does there. And, but wait, there's more. Yeah. Why not? Let's add a little bit of a darker in here. This is Pretty Peacock. And we're just going to add this to the ends here. And voila, you went from white to that. So there you go. Hi, Stay. So we're going to use the white on this because that's what I had planned, but I just wanted to show you what you could do with these. And another thing is when you want to give your butterfly a little bit of motion. Let's see here. So I'm going to do this one down here in the corner. There we go. So in order to give this a little bit of dimension to it, just gently take your bone folder and just slightly, while you're holding that center, go ahead and give that a little curl. And then it won't be so flat because you can just glue the center. Bend that up a little bit there. So now we've got some dimension to that. Okay, let's assemble. Okay, we've got, this is our little layer for the front. Let's go ahead and get here. And that measurement that I gave earlier is just the perfect little layer here for this. All right. Let's go ahead and put one side of our card in. I thought this was fun for the inside rather than the outside, the larger size, because it gives a little extra something here. All right, there's our front. Put that away for a second. Let's grab some dimensionals here. You can go crazy with your dimensionals or not, but this works for this, because there's not too much weight on there. All right, I can get this centered here. It's a little crooked. Ooh. I had not pushed that down all the way yet. It happens. All right, there we go. All right, so next we have our die cut greenery here. And you could use an adhesive back sheet for this and make it a sticker. I did not. I am just going to put some small dots of glue on here, which I don't mind. I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm pretty much just doing the tips and the center there. Okay. We got that going down right there. Just going to hold that for a second. There we go. The next thing we have is our pretty butterfly here. Even uncolored, it's still gorgeous with the little laser cutouts here. I'm just putting it here in the center because I want the outside to pop up after I curled those wings there. All right. And if you wait till it dries, you can just puff that wing back up that I pushed on. There we go. All right, let me grab a pick. And you can see on this one here, I matched a cardstock, and I think I'm going to do the same thing on this one here. I don't want to put them up here just because it's got so much pattern going on. That's why I kept those down here. If you want to know the method to my madness here. All right. That was easy peasy. Look, it's 7:30 and we're done. All right. That off to the side. Put my lid back on here because I didn't lose that. Which do you prefer? Like the Lost Lagoon, this one over here, or the pretty peacock on the left there? So there we go. I think that that's like picking a favorite child. I don't think I could because I think they're both beautiful. So put back to the thing here. So thanks for joining me this evening. I hope you'll give some of these slant cards a try. They really are a great way to use up those oddball pieces of paper that you have. and just, you know, give a nice dimension to a card and so forth. But I have fun making them, so they're just so yes. See, thank you guys. Thank you both. Yeah, I can't pick. I really can't. I'm like, they're both really pretty. So, and I love the sentiment. You're simply marvelous, because you can use it for just about anything, it doesn't have to be for just like, and I love cards like that so that you can put them in your stash. And then because we just did the leaves on the inside, they're really easy to just send them when you need them. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next week. I've got several different, so many ideas, so little time. But anyways, it's going to be a 3D project next week. I've got 2 going, and we'll see which one. Maybe I'll have you guys vote, and then you guys can pick which one we'll do. So anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye-bye.